Hi, this is Bob Sorrentino from Italian Roots and Genealogy. I have been an avid researcher of my Italian families for over 12 years and have been helping others find their ancestors through my blog, podcast, and YouTube broadcast. Lesson 1: Asking Relatives for Advice. I know that many of you listening have thought about starting your research but do not know how to get started. My goal is to give you some simple steps to begin your research, compile your documentation, chart your ancestors, and have a good understanding of DNA, how to use it, and what companies can give you the best results for your needs. After each lesson, you will have a building block and start to see results as you move on to the next lesson. You will be able to start your tree and have the satisfaction of knowing your ancestry. With the exception of purchasing a DNA kit, most of my reference suggestions are free. So let's jump right in. Ask Grandma. Whenever anyone asks me where do I start, I tell them the same thing. Ask Grandma. Now, if you are like me and started later in life when your grandparents were no longer living, don't despair. Ask Mom, Dad, older cousins about stories, photos, or documents. Let me give you a few examples. For a long time, I was looking for my maternal grandparents' death certificates online. For some reason, the New York State records are missing about a decade. One day, I casually mentioned this to my mom, and she told me, I have the copies. Why are these important? Because they have the names of their parents listed. Older cousins can be especially helpful also. I knew that my great-grandfather was Nicola Piermalo and that he was from a noble family. I eventually came across a record showing a Nicola Piermalo marrying Amelia Cracchiolo. Having never heard that name, I called my cousin that lived with my grandparents, and she confirmed that Amelia was my great-grandmother. Another great free source is to ask family members about photos or letters. You will be surprised about the amount of information that you can find. Often there are names and dates on the back of old photos. Letters may mention places where they lived or have postmarks on them. All of this information is invaluable when searching the internet. One final way to get data is to start with old newspapers. If you're researching within your local town or local area, you may be able to find old copies in the library. You can also search newspapers online. Some offer this for free, others you may have to subscribe, although some offer a free trial. I used a free trial once and found an abundance of information about my family when they lived in Scotch Plains, New Jersey in the 1920s. In fact, I found obituaries about ancestors in Italy that I could not find anywhere else. My latest advice on this topic is don't despair. The information is out there, you just need to do some detective work. Many people have told me the same thing. Our ancestors want to be found and to tell their story. When you least expect it, that elusive clue will pop up. Consider yourself chosen. If you decide to go down this path and stick with it, you will be rewarded with each new discovery. So start today. Jot down on a piece of paper all the ancestors' names and dates that you know. Call some relatives to fill in the blanks. We get into how to formalize this in later lessons. You never know what you will find. Through Amelia Cracchiolo, I found that I descend from most of the European royal families. Coming up in Lesson 2 are the types of DNA.